Vera Anderson. Vera was found dead in her car in the small hours of Sunday, August the 25th, bank holiday weekend. Vera had many friends, but certainly no enemies as far as anyone knows. She lived in Widnes with her 7-year-old son. Her grown-up daughter lived nearby. Many of Vera's friends were long-distance lorry drivers, so investigations could lead police anywhere in the country. Our reconstruction begins in Vera's hometown, in Widnes. Close to the M6 and the M62, Widnes is a convenient stopping place for long-distance lorry drivers travelling the length of Britain. And it was around a popular truck stop called the Roll-In Motel, a few minutes' drive from her home, that Vera's social life revolved. Everyone who knew her remembers Vera as a generous, sociable person. She was one of the few women regulars at the Roll-In. Over the years, she'd had several steady relationships with truck drivers she met there.
Oh, okay. Go on then, see what you can do with that. You're going to get that dead easy.
She'd go to the Roll-In 2 or 3 times a week, occasionally with her daughter, Lorraine.
She was very popular. Everybody liked her in there. I'd say the most popular woman in there, because everyone liked her. She was a bubbly sort of person. They just liked her, because she'd do anything for them. She used to do washing for truck drivers, you know, and they'd come and see me if they had any problems or anything like that. She used to knit bunny rabbits just for mostly babies, and the lorry drivers used to buy them for the lorries as well.
Did, yeah. Do you want one? $2.50.
On Saturday, August the 24th, the night of her death, Vera went out at about 10:15.
Run next door, Neil, and tell Etty I want her.
Earlier on, she'd had a phone call from someone whom police haven't as yet traced. Just before she left, she unloaded the boot of her old blue Ford Cortina. Perhaps she was making room for something.
Hello, Neil.
Will you have Neil for 10 minutes?
Yeah, why? What's up?
I've got to pick my brother up. Look, I'll tell you about it when I get back.
Okay.
She never referred to her brothers as my brother. It was always by the first names. And I thought it was unusual for Vera to go out that late at night on her own.
Although this pub in Penketh is only 5 minutes' drive from Vera's home, as far as we know, she rarely went there. But that night, at about 10:30, a witness thinks she saw her.
I remember seeing a lady walking in through the front door of the pub. She was obviously looking for somebody. When I turned back a few seconds later, the lady had her back to me, and she was then involved in a conversation with somebody who I never saw. Somebody had known she was coming into the pub, because in the length of time we'd both been in the place, there wouldn't have been time for her to go to the bar herself, get a drink, and return to where she was standing.
And this actual...
And one of the regulars also noticed the woman.
She had an open, pleasant face. She seemed very interested in what was going on at the bar, both with the customers and the servers. On the odd occasion, I did speak to someone who was behind the pillar. They didn't appear to be lovers or husband and wife. They looked as though they knew each other, and that was it. The man I saw would have been around about 5'8", maybe up to 5'10" or 11. He had mousy to gingery hair. His age would be late 30s, possibly into his 40s.
By closing time, they'd gone, but no one had seen them leave. This is the back of the old tannery off Tannery Lane. It's about 2 minutes' drive from the pub and overlooked by Kenneth Adamson's house.
What I do before I get into bed every night is to look out the window, check the garden for cats, because I keep racing pigeons. And I happened to notice a car and parked in the works.
At 1:30 a.m, Richard and Eileen Thomas were walking along Tannery Lane on their way home from the local social club.
There's a car up there, look. Oh, yes. Hey, must be a courting couple, eh?
It's now 3:15 a.m.
Patrol to Warrington, urgent.
Patrol calling urgent. Go ahead, over.
Requesting supervision. Found a body in a vehicle.
Roger, on its way, over.
Vera's throat had been cut. Now, Mr. Anderson, since we made that film, a new witness has come forward with some fresh information which could be quite important.
Yes, at 1:30 a.m. that night, a taxi driver picked up a man in Warrington Road, Penketh. Now, that's about a half a mile from the murder scene and the Crown and Cushion pub. And he asked to be taken to the Halton View area of Widnes, which is about 100 yards from where Vera lived.
So that could be very crucial.
Indeed.
If anybody's seen somebody. What did he look like?
Well, he was in his 30s and he was wearing a raincoat.
So it's a raincoat rather like this one here.
Yes, that's right. Now, the significant thing about this man was that his right hand appeared to be injured. He had a handkerchief wrapped around it and the knuckles were grazed. Now, he may not have anything to do with this inquiry, but I'd ask him to come forward so he can be eliminated.
So if that man was you, or if you think you know who that man was, please do give us a call. What, if you have any theories as to why Vera was killed, what might they be? I mean, it wasn't a sexual assault, it wasn't a robbery.
I'll be quite frank, we don't know the motive. And if anyone has an idea as to why she was killed, I'd ask them to come forward. From our inquiries, we've not found any enemies that Vera had. Quite the contrary, she had a lot of friends, including lorry drivers who used to go to the roll-in. And if any of those lorry drivers, who may be from anywhere in the UK, did know her and haven't been seen by the police, I'd ask them to get in touch with us. Anything that they're able to tell us about her lifestyle will be treated in confidence.
What's really mysterious is her uncharacteristic behaviour, pretending to a neighbour that she was going to go and pick up her brother. Do you think she knew the man who killed her?
Yes, I do. I don't think she would have left a 7-year-old son with a neighbour and gone out that Saturday night. She hadn't planned to do. I can only presume that she went out to meet someone that she knew. I think that the man in the pub, she'd met him before.
Well, she was normally such a straightforward person.
Yes, she was.
Could you remind us of the description of the man she met in the pub again?
Yes, he's a white male, about 5'8" to 5'11" tall, slim build with a thin face. He had mousy brown hair and a mousy moustache, and he was wearing a fawn jacket. This man has to be my prime suspect, and it's vital that we find him.
And he may in fact have been a little bit fairer than our artist's impression looked on the screen.
Yes,
there.
it was mousy to ginger, the colour of his hair.
And finally, there were some clues left behind in Vera's car. How helpful are they?
I think they're very helpful indeed. We haven't found the murder weapon, but the killer left 2 items. The first one was cord similar to this. We believe from our inquiries that it was made abroad, possibly Italy. Now, the outer core is plaited and it's white cotton, and the interior is man-made fibres and natural fibres. It's an unusual cotton mixture, the exterior. The second thing is a white minette glove. It was found at the scene. Now, these can be purchased at major stores throughout the country. People use them if they've got dermatitis or in the connection with the work for handling sensitive items. And it's possible that the killer uses both of these items in connection with his work. And if anyone's got any suggestions as to their origin, I'd like them to get in touch.
Well, thank you. If you can help with any of those points of appeal or know why somebody might have wanted to kill Vera, please do call us, either here in the studio on 081 811 8181 or at police headquarters in Chester, and the number there is 0244 313131. That's 0244, the code for Chester, 313131.